Today we're going to look at adding negative numbers. The first thing I'm going to do is kind of remember about where to look for signs on my numbers. Remember to always look to the future and not behind. So if I look to the future on the 2, I see that my sign is a negative. If I look to the future on my 7, I can see that is also a negative. The next thing that we're going to kind of think about with these is kind of think of it as like a tug of war. 0 being in the middle with my tug of war. I do have -2 and I do have -7. So everybody is on the same side. So what we're going to do when everybody's on the same side like that is just go ahead and add my 7 plus 2. And because we're on the negative side, it ends up being -9. Okay. I'm going to look to the future, -4, and then I'm going to look to the future and I have another -4. So since they're both on the same side, I'm going to go ahead and add 4 plus 4, and they're on the negative side of my number line, so it's going to be -8. Okay, we're going to look at a couple more practice ones here. Okay, so I'm going to look to the future and I have a -9. I'm going to look to the future and I see that I have a +5. Okay, since they're on opposite ends of each other, what we're going to do first look at is that 9 is a lot further away from my 0. So we know that my final answer is going to come out with a negative answer. So then I'm going to take 9 minus 5, because they're on opposite ends, so we want to do and subtract them. And we get 4. So my final answer is going to be -4. Okay, look to the future. Look to the future. Since they're on the same side, I know it's going to be a negative, and I have to add my two numbers together since they are on the same side, and I get 6. Okay, one more. Look to the future. There's nothing there, so we're going to assume that it's a positive. Look to the future. I have a negative. Since they're on opposite, or since 8 is farther away from 0, I know that my answer is going to end up being negative. So I'm going to take 8 minus 6, and I get 2. So my answer comes out to be -2.